Okay, I have incense burning. I have a proper bourbon tumbler. It's a Norland Rock heavy tumbler, proper tumbler. I have a not so proper cube. It's pitiful. And I have wild turkey. Don't judge. Better not. Okay, I want to review this evolution at the Police Academy, the last evolution that these students will partake in. And I want to focus, there's a bunch going on in this evolution, but I want to focus on why I set it up the way I do and why they're both wearing duty gear, because there's some questions as to why I did that. This is a gun-on-gun evolution. Now, if you've attended ECQC, you've done this evolution unless there was a murder truck or murder car. The murder truck, murder car replaces this evolution. So, done it or not, this is an ECQC evolution for sure. Now, these students are at 14 weeks. They graduate at 16 weeks. Yes, national average is 24. Our state deems that 16 is plenty. Anyway, they have done evolutions in the past, but this is the first evolution and the last evolution, but the first evolution that they're going to do in a realistic environment. We had a city bus that we bought for $1 and then we stuck it down in the Scenario Village. So I made really good use of that bus. So the start position is you got a person on the bottom with gun in hand, and they have a knee shield going on there. Top person has one knee down, one knee up, and has a gun in hand. They're both holding on to each other's guns. When I say go, the top person's job is to get on top. The bottom person's job is not to let that shit happen and get out of there. Okay, so let's take a look at this.
Bottom, nice scramble. All right, attempt.
Really good scramble from the bottom person. Good top. What is that?
Shoulder walk out.
Knee
Shoulder walk
on
off the
neck.
bus.
Leg on neck thing. What's going on there? Gun go off? Two guns go off? Oh, he's trying to get up. That's good. Go, go, go. Get up, get up, get up, get up, get up. Oop. Helmet.
Keep going, scramble.
Helmet. Oh, and stop. Okay. All right. Helmet malfunction. So fun. Okay, so why duty gear on duty gear? Good question. This is my rationale behind that. Done this evolution with police recruits before without the top person wearing gear. Immediately, when we talk to students about evolutions or do anything like this, any kind of drill-oriented training, they want to know immediately who's the good guy and the bad guy. The problem is, if I told the top person that they were the bad guy, took off his gear and that kind of thing, I wouldn't get the same type of pressure that I would if I just set up the constraints to be opposing wills and goals. Far better energy from both students when I do that. So the top person in that duty gear, their goal is to get past the person's legs, jump on top of them, get their gun back if they can, strip their the other person's gun from them if they can, and beat the bottom person up. That's their job. Control and dominate the person on the bottom. The person on the bottom's goal is completely opposite of that, right? Get up, don't let that person pass your legs, scramble, get to your feet, get your gun back, strip that gun from that person if you can. When we see this opposing wills and goals, we get a lot better energy and competitiveness. Matter of fact, in our scenario training at the Academy, we would see far more injuries in students when we gave them a role to play. We wouldn't see the same type of energy. They would end up giving it up like prom queens and not actually doing the task at hand. So when we put them in a position like this and it's supposed to be competitive, it's more about the goals and the will of the other person than it is whether they have gear on or not. Now, a second, part of this is the safety while wearing gear. This isn't a blue mat room. It's not a confined space as, like Craig would put us in a car or in a locker room shower or something to do an evolution. There's plenty of room to move here, but there's a lot of things to run into. So the duty gear, the chest protection with the vest does give them a little bit of protection in that case, but it has nothing to do with that as much as it has to do with putting them in an environment where they can really pressurize this and not think of it as much as a role to play, but more of a goal to achieve.